Hi, and welcome to the Get Started Fast with Avid Pro Tools S6 video series. My name is Gil Gowing, Pro Audio Solutions Specialist for Avid. In this video, we're going to take a look at the new S6 Master Joystick module and go through some of its functionality. The Master Joystick module is the same size as the knob and process modules and has the same 12-volt power and Ethernet connections. It can be placed anywhere on the surface, and there is even an optional mini fill panel to replace a fader-sized module in the frame chassis. The joystick module can be used with both M10 and M40 systems. On M10 systems, it can be used in conjunction with all of the previous module configurations. Once you have the module in place and connected, go to the Settings page and the Surface menu of the Master module to configure. Press Config at the bottom, then press Surface. Choose the width and depth of your surface, allowing for extra width if needed if the joystick module doesn't fit a preset configuration, then press Next. Now, choose the correct module configurations and drag them into the correct slots. To get to the expand mode and joystick configurations, just swipe to the left of the configurations at the top of the screen. Once you have the configurations in place, press Next. Touch the physical module to the blinking module on the screen and repeat. Once finished, press Next. Configure the displays if needed, then press Next or press Done to finish. Once this is complete, press Config again and press Joystick. This will allow you to calibrate the module's joysticks. Move each joystick until the display values stop changing. Once finished, press Done to complete. The joystick module is now ready to use. Now, let's take a look at how the joystick module is laid out. There are two touch-sensitive, non-motorized joysticks, each with a select and end switch. Above them is a TFT display panel that shows pan location, divergence, and other parameters. On either side of the display are the panning mode switches. The primary function of the switches are labeled in white and the shift functions are labeled in purple. To the side of these are the channel switches. These switches and OLED displays are laid out similar to what is on a fader module to control attention, solo, mute, and record functions, as well as automation mode switching and track name display on the currently attention track. Below these switches is the encoder section that has a touch-sensitive encoder, OLED display, and various switches and LED indicators. We will look at all of these in more detail in the upcoming sections. The first thing we want to do is assign a track to the joystick module. To do this, attention a track either from the fader module or the track matrix or track scroller from the master module. The attention track is then assigned to the left joystick. If the track has dual panners, then the left and right tracks are assigned to the left and right joysticks. If you attention another track within 2 seconds of the first one, it will be placed on the right joystick. Once assigned, move the joystick to pan the track. Holding down Option on Mac or Alt on PC and touching the joystick will reset pan to the default position. The X and Y switches are on by default to allow free movement on both the X and Y axis. To restrict movement on either of these axes, just press the switch to turn off the axis you do not want to control to restrict movement to the other axis. The display shows what the current output configuration is with the speaker icons. For this example, we show 5 speakers to designate left, center, right, left surround, and right surround outputs. The encoder for each panner can control a single parameter at a time. The left and right arrow page switches will navigate to the encoder to the desired parameter to control. Selecting the center percentage and decreasing the value will also dim the center speaker icon on the display. Divergence controls, individual pan controls, and LFE can also be selected and controlled from the encoder. If LFE is present on the output, the LFE value is shown at the top of the display. There is a user preference that allows you to either have the encoder selection remembered for each track individually or have it retain the previous attention track's parameter. The channel switches allow you to solo, mute, select, and record arm tracks right from the joystick module. You can also change automation modes for the attention track from here as well. You can also control Pro Tools stereo link and inverse settings from the switches at the top of the module. To write pan automation from the joysticks, make sure the correct track is attention and that pan automation is enabled. Set the track to the desired automation mode. When in an automation write mode, the pan puck on the display will turn red. Start playback and grab the joystick to start automating the pan. It will jump to the joystick's current position and start writing from that point. In touch mode, releasing the joystick will punch out of writing pan automation. If you want to punch out of writing automation while still touching the joystick, press the end switch next to the joystick to punch out. In latch or write modes, press the F switch in the channel section to punch out of writing automation. If you prefer to grab the joystick and start writing automation from the track's current location, activate pickup mode. This will allow you to move the joystick and pass through the current position before punching in. The joystick's position is shown as a white circle until it passes through the pan position and punches in. The master joystick module can be used for more than just controlling a track's panner. By pressing the Assign XY switch, you can put the joystick into a mode to assign any parameter of the currently attention track to the X or Y axis. Pressing the Assign XY switch once to enter Assign mode, the switch will flash green and what is assigned to that axis is shown at the top of the display. Touch any parameter of the attention track either from the track's channel strip encoders or from the master module home screen to assign. The selection is automatically changed to the Y-axis and the next parameter can be touched to assign. If you do not want to assign a parameter to one of the axes, just press the Assign XY switch to toggle to the next assignment. Assignments are made and stored on a track-by-track basis and will stay assigned until the session is closed. To manually clear an assignment or to make new assignments to a previously assigned track, just press Shift and the Assign XY switches to clear the assignment. This functionality makes the Master Joystick module an extremely creative tool. The Master Joystick module is another piece of the S6 ecosystem that furthers the functionality, as well as creative control you have over the mixing and creative process. Not only can it be used for surround painting, but has the ability to control other track parameters as well. Thanks for watching, and let S6 inspire your creativity.